Hey, welcome to Klumpville. Ta-da! I bet you didn't expect to see a unicorn head when you popped on today, did you? All right. Hey, a couple of things. Um, Make sure if you have any questions that you email us. I know a lot of people have been emailing the teachers because they have questions. Also, we need you to try to stay caught up. We've assigned assignments through assignment number 6, which is the Kansas-Nebraska Act. I know it's not due for a week, but we've assigned those assignments. If you have questions on any of those assignments, please email us. Um, Try to keep track of your grades. Okay, we're starting to enter grades into Skyward. Make sure they match with yours. Make sure that we're not making mistakes. I know I tell my students that all the time. Always check on me. Make sure I'm not making mistakes and so forth. The other thing is, if you go back and redo a grade, make sure that you let us know. Let us know that you redid such and such assignment and email the teacher when you redo the assignment, because we don't really know if you redo assignment, and we want to make sure you get proper credit for it. All right, so make sure you do that. Again, if we make any mistakes, make sure you get that, let us know so we get that fixed. Um, Guys, go back and redo that vocabulary assignment. It was 15 points. If you didn't get 15 out of 15, go back and redo it and get 15 out of 15. Okay. Some of y'all got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need better than that. Get 15 out of 15. So go back and redo that. When you redo it, let me know. Let your teacher know so that we can give you the right credit. Because like I said, we're starting to put that stuff into Skyward. Um, all right, so what's going on now? The assignment that I'm talking about now is the Kansas-Nebraska Act. All right, the Kansas-Nebraska Act um, deals with a guy named Stephen Douglas. He's known as the Little Giant. Um, he is a big deal. He at some point is going to run for president, and everybody thinks he's going to win and become president, except for this guy named Big Old Hat. His name is Honest Abe. Abe Lincoln's going to get in his way, and Abe Lincoln's actually going to win the election. But that's for a little bit further down the road. All right. But Stephen Douglas wants to build a railroad, so he proposes something called the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Um, what happens in the Kansas-Nebraska Act is he basically says that it's going to get rid of the Missouri Compromise, totally throw away the Missouri Compromise, and it's going to give people popular sovereignty. If you remember correctly, popular sovereignty deals with um, the right to vote for slavery or vote against slavery. So it's going to give territories popular sovereignty. It is going to be a mess. All right. Um, when he does this, he creates a problem in Kansas. And the problem in Kansas is called Bleeding Kansas. And what happens in Kansas, since they are now going to vote for slavery or against slavery, tons of people head for Kansas. Okay? They're heading for Kansas so they can vote. They vote for slavery, vote against slavery. All right. And that's what people are doing. It got so bad in Kansas that they ended up having a pro slavery government, which is a government that wants slavery, and an anti slavery government, a government that is against slavery. And it got so bad in there, it got violent. That's why they called it Bleeding Kansas. People were fighting each other, all right, killing each other. It was nasty. It got really, really bad. Um, so bad, there's a guy, and his name is John Brown. And if you listen to Mr. Favors, he talked about John Brown looking like he looks a little psycho when you see pictures of him. So check out pictures of him. He looks a little crazy. All right. I think he might be a little crazy. He was an abolitionist. If you remember correctly, an abolitionist is somebody who wants to get rid of slavery, and they want to get rid of slavery right now. John Brown did not want slavery for another minute. He wanted it done, over, finished, and so forth. And one of the things he's going to do in Bleeding Kansas is him and his sons, and he's got a bunch of sons, are going to raid a pro-slavery town, and they're going to kill 5 people. That's the kind of things that were going on. There was all kinds of raids back and forth, revenge and so forth. And he kills 5 people. He gets away with it. He runs off. Later on, he's going to have another plan, and it's going to be the raid at Harper's Ferry, which we'll talk about later on, where he is going to get caught then. So these are some of the events that are taking place at this time. Another event that took place is in the Senate, I think it is, a man named Charles Sumner. He's in Massachusetts. He's an abolitionist also, and he gets up there and he starts talking trash in the Congress and Senate, and he's talking trash, and he is talking bad about slavery and how horrible slavery is, and I believe he talks about a guy named Butler, and he's a member from South Carolina, and he is just trash talking this dude, how horrible he is, how terrible he is, how can anybody dare believe in slavery? A couple days later, this guy's cousin, who, he was talked bad about, his cousin comes in, and he's also a member of Congress. His name is Preston Brooks, and he comes in with a cane and beats the daylights out of Charles Sumner. Just knocks him silly. So bad that Charles Sumner like never regained his job again. He was just like knocked out. And Preston Brooks beat him with his cane. He actually gets away with it also. Northerners are outraged. Northerners like, I can't believe they did this. This is horrible. This is terrible. The South is like, yeah, good job. You did great. You broke your cane. We're so sorry you broke your cane. So they sent him hundreds of canes to replace the one he broke. This is the kind of stuff that's going on in the country right now. It is getting violent. The North and the South, sectionalism, they are dividing big time. They don't have anything to do with each other. They're fighting over everything, and it is getting violent where people are dying so bad that in the Senate floor, they're fighting. Can you imagine if you turn on the TV and two members of Congress were in a fist fight? That's the kind of thing that's going on now. This is the nail that is driving the two countries apart, and you know what's going to happen. Okay, so that's the Kansas-Nebraska Act. You got any questions? You got anything you want to know? Let us know. Myself and the unicorn say goodbye. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.